Welcome to another edition of Metal Voice, and we're here today, Jimmy, to review
Loudness,
a classic band,
yes,
but a new release.
yes. The Sun Will Rise Again by Loudness.
Rock and Roll Crazy Nights. You want a hero tonight?
Yes. So, Alan, what'd you think of this new album?
Jim, you know, it's gone back to the classic sound. Even the cover works like Thunder in the East, you know? So you got the classic guitar sound of Akira Takasaki.
Yep.
One of the guitar greats, by the way.
He's fabulous.
Vocals are a little lower in register, but that's okay. Everybody's getting up in age, and understandably so. There's a few songs on there, like I think the Metal Man's one of the best ones on there. That's probably the most classic sounding from the Loudness of the 80s that everybody kind of remembers.
Yes.
Mortality, I think that's a song that could have been on the Disillusion album.
Yes.
You got the title track. Rock You Wild, I think, is a 2014 version of Rock and Roll Crazy Nights. You know?
And Not Alone, which is sort of like deep purplish. It's got that organ sound.
It's kind of a new millennium version of So Lonely. They're one of the big ballads that they had back in the 80s.
This is what I think about this album. I think this is, and I've been listening to this album for a long time now. This is one of my favorite Loudness albums out of 25 or 26 albums.
You know, we got Dawn to Eve that came out a couple of years ago. I bought that one. It's a little darker. This one's kind of, the guitar's a lot more fresh sounding. It brings it back to the classic era. But it's a dark background vocal.
Yes.
It's like Satan is in there. You know, he's trying to tell us. Well, Minoru is trying to sing the lead. He's the Satan's in the background singing the backing vocals.
This album is so. The reason why I wanted to do this review, Alan, is because this album went under the radar in the metal community. No one's talking about it. No one's discussing it. No one's rating this album. So I want to be our show. I want it to be the first show that tells the metal world this is a great album. Go out and get it. Go listen to it and support Loudness because they're making some great music.
You know, Jim, the Loudness is a band I listened to before they even got mainstream in the 80s.
Yeah.
I've been going back to the Disillusion album, Birthday Eve. Then we started checking out the prior stuff. We didn't understand anything. It was all in Japanese. You know, we loved the music. We didn't understand the words except for one word. Road Racer! So, Road Racer! That's all we knew. That's basically two English words on the whole first three albums, including Akira's two solo albums. That's all. That's your one word that was English. So, but then Disillusion to me, and we spoke about it on previous shows.
And it was recorded in English. Disillusion. They had the English.
Disillusion was unbelievable. This is album, the guitars. They were fresh. Then, as we said before, they come over to the U.S. Let's pigeonhole them into the sound of the time, and they became like any other band because big business. Well, you know what? That sound is carried over to this album. Again, we're reviewing because Akira Takasaki is one of the guitar gods. Akira Takasaki.
What a tone. What a guitar tone.
Greatest ever heavy metal. They got a song on this album. It's called Greatest Ever Heavy Metal. You swear it could be on an Accept album.
Yeah.
Again, check it out. Loudness is a band. I know they're out there. They play in New York. They're out there trying to tour. But a lot of their shows get canceled because they don't have the... Unfortunately, in North America, or more specifically in Montreal, they tried 3 or 4 times and it always gets canceled. Go out there and check this album. Support these guys. They've been around forever. Like Jimmy said, 25 albums. This is probably the one that... people that remember from the 80s is probably the most easy to listen to because it brings you back, even with Satan on backing vocals.
This is a heavy album. Great musicianship. It's just great songs. Go out and buy Loudness's new album. Support them on tour because we should recognize. We should finally give them the recognition that they deserve.
That's right.
Loudness said, "Hey." The sun will rise again. Loudness, buy it. Thanks for watching the Metal Boys.